Hi, and thanks so much for joining us. This is YesData's training video. The video concentrates on the ability to search our database and export records, contacts as either CSV files or brought into your Salesforce instance. So let's get started. The first search criteria that we offer is the ability to search by a company. So let's put in a company name. Type in the company name and then press enter. The value turns green and hit the search bar. 16.5 million records in our database, and Amazon records are records that have the word Amazon in their company pop up. And when you're looking at the results, you may then want to filter those results more thoroughly, and you might decide to put in marketing. So anybody who has the title marketing, hit search, and again, it's refiltering, so it's selecting Amazon as the company and marketing as the title. Again, there are other words in the title, but if you look through these titles, every title must at least contain the word marketing. Let's clear that search. Perhaps you're looking for just an individual. John Smith. John Smith. We hope there's a couple of John Smiths in our database. So looking for a name, we're looking for John Smith, hit search, and indeed we do. We have many different John Smiths, so you can search by name. Most likely, in your ability to find the correct leads and contacts, you'll be using title. So let's again go back to the title field and let's select marketing. We're going to select all records with the word marketing in their title. So let's take a look at these titles. As you go down these list of titles, you may or may not see things that you like. We've been pretty general with certainly selecting just the word marketing in a title. So there may be some things in here you don't like. Here's an example of something I don't like. Associate. Down here, assistant. Right here, intern. So let's use this field, which is the ability to exclude words and exclude contacts that have the following words in them. So we're going to put in assistant, associate, intern. Now, we have selected marketing. We have omitted contacts that will also have the word assistant, associate, or intern in them. We have 312,000 records here. Let's run this and see what happens. $291,000 records. So we've omitted quite a number of records, and in looking through this list of titles, you might agree that if those were things that you did not want, that would be a very advantageous filter. Having said that, there are lots of different types of marketing folks in here, and we may only want VP of marketing. So we go over here and we can select different levels within an organization: director, VP, manager, staff, C-level. So we'll select VP level and hit search. Going into the database, selecting the title of marketing, right? Where there has to be a VP, there's the VP, there's the VP, there's the VP, and you can see how it's added another layer of filters. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can do it differently. So let's hit clear. It clears the search. We're going to put in Vice President of Marketing. Again, press enter after putting in the value, Vice President of Marketing. So we're searching through the entire database for that string. And again, when you look at the titles, you'll see that only Vice President of Marketing is showing up. If this is a better result for you, terrific. Then this is who you should go with. My only fear here is, look at the quantity. We have 4,600 records. My fear here is that there's so many different ways you can say Vice President of Marketing that you might be leaving some good records out, like VP. That's going to add some records. If we add that value, again, type in the value and hit search, hit enter, and then hit search. So we were at 4,100 or something. Now we're at 7,100. There's so many variations of how people actually write their title that it's good very often to go with that very general marketing and then use these levels to narrow it down. We have 7,126 records. Terrific. We'd also like to select by geography. So you select the geography tab right here, and in there you can select by state, zip code, city, area code. These values are entered in just like you'd enter in a title. Type in 10017 and hit enter. So this is selecting vice presidents by specific titles within the zip code 10017. You can do the same thing with states, cities. You can enter multiple by either entering in 10017 and then 10018 and either hitting a comma or 10020 and hitting enter. Each one of those things will allow you to put multiple values into zip codes, cities, area codes. States, we work with a drop down, and you simply select the values that you want and then hit done. So we're going with specific zip codes which don't exist in Alaska, so we'll remove those selections, hit done. It's now building our query, and we hit search. So again, we're searching for vice president of marketing, specific zip codes. We're down to 49 records. Here's the values that you might want to purchase. You've gotten to a place where you feel like these are records that you're ready to call on, to email marketing to. And so let's select 3 records. We're going to select 3 records, and you're going to click on add to cart. We've now added 3 contacts to the cart, and if you look up here in the upper right hand corner, this is your number of items and this is your cart. We can go visit the cart in just a minute, but we're going to do one more thing here. So let's clear these values. Let's select records by industry. We're going to select the automobile industry, and we're selecting it with a word search, an alpha search. Type in what you're looking for and hit search. Every description of every industry that we have with the word automobile in it pops up. So we're going to say we like this value, we like this description, these are the records we want, we're going to pull this. However, the SICs are put together in a very interesting way, and that interesting way is that we put together like-minded businesses. So 5812 might be very close to other categories that might be useful for you. And by searching for just alphabetically, you might be leaving some values out. So let's go to this numeric search, scroll down till we see 50. Hit this green radio button right here on the left, and it will expand 50 from a 2-digit to a 4-digit. And there's our 5812. We're going to select that. But we might have other values here that we'd like to select on. Let's take a look at what's in motor vehicle parts and used. So again, we're going to hit this green button, and we can go down a whole nother level to a 6-digit SIC code level on a granular basis. This gets very, very specific. I will tell you this. If you are looking for automotive servicing equipment used, the ability for us to make the specific selection is very valuable. So for some of you, this may be one of the greatest assets that this database brings to bear. And for others who are looking more by job title, you might use other things other than the granularity of the industry selections. So let's go ahead and do a quick search, see what we come up with for 5812. 14,035 records in this industry. Having looked at this, you might think, well, we want to do a couple of other things here. We're going to go down here and we're going to select people that are in middle management only or in operations only. These are additional filters that we offer. So we're going to select middle managers, operations, and we're also going to select employee size. So let's click on this employee size bar, click, hold, slide to the desired location, 50 plus. Let's go to the top end, which is 5,000 plus in employee size. Click on it and drag to the left to 500. You can do the same thing with revenue and hit apply. We're down to 1,117 records. Again, this may be the data set that you're interested in. So how do we select all 1,117? And the answer is this first page has 75 records. If you scroll down to the bottom here, you can display various levels, but you can display up to 1,000 records. So if we want all 1,117, what do we do? The answer is we select everything on this page. We use this pagination buttons over here on the right. We click on this. It goes to the second page. We select everything on this page. And that's it. We now have 1,117 records selected. We click on Add to Cart. So we've done a couple different selections here, and we've added everything to the cart. But perhaps we do this selection often, and it might be fair to say that you don't want to have to remember what you did here. You want to be able to save it. So let's save this query. We're going to click on Save Query, and we're going to save this as test space 25. Hit Save Query. We'll come back to that another time. Click on OK. So now we're going to go take a look at what we have in our cart. By going over here, you can visit the cart and leave this query behind. So we click on the cart and it shows us the contents of our cart. There's a couple things you can do here. Number one, if you happen to see a record or two that you want to remove late in the game, you can remove it. So we're going to remove 2 records, 1120. We uncheck them, you hit Update Cart. Now we're up to 1,118. You also may have purchased records last week, last month, or even last year. Here you have the ability to omit previously purchased records. You don't have to, but you can if you want. So let's omit previously purchased records. Again, we have 1,118. We have already purchased 4 of those records before. So we're up to 1,114 records. We're ready to go. This is what we want to purchase. The next step is to check out now. Before we do that though, let's say that you decided you don't want anything in the cart. You can delete all the contents of the cart by clicking here. You can also visit other pages by clicking on this pagination here at the bottom or at the top and see other records. You can also sort by name, by company, by title, by city to take a look at specific records or a specific group of records. We're ready to go. Let's check out. Click on Check Out. It shows you how many records that you want to purchase, the cost of those records. This is a great price, and hit Confirm Purchase. That's it. We're done. This link takes you to your data. Click on the link, and as you can see right down here in the left-hand corner of my screen, the data shows up. I'm going to take a brief moment and show you the data. Make it a little pretty to look at. It comes as a CSV file. You get a YesData contact ID, a company ID, unique to YesData, first and last name together, company, title, address, city, state, zip, email, domain-based only at 95% plus deliverable, phone 2, domain or website, department, employee size, revenue, the level that they are within a company, the industry that they're in, and their LinkedIn profile URL. Very, very rich data, very, very accurate data. I'm going to close this Excel spreadsheet. And we're back to this process. We're back to the YesData platform. Let's click on My Account and go to Downloads. Here is a history of everything that you've downloaded. The invoice, the date, the number of records, the amount of the invoice, if you click on here. And so very quickly you could get a profile, a snapshot of what you've done. So let's go back to the search tool, which is very easy to do. You click on this search tab right here in the upper left-hand corner. And we're going to do one last thing. We're going to click Open Save Search. Test 25 is what we saved. We're going to view the details. This is what we selected. We're going to go in and say, well, okay, well, that's the one we wanted. We're going to say, okay, and then we're going to actually rerun it. Search contacts. So you're going to search the contacts of that original 1,117 records. And maybe you're ready to do something new now, and you're going to add in a title select. So you type in sales, hit enter, and hit search. You've taken that 1,117 records, and you've changed the selection criteria by selecting sales. By the way, it omitted those filters in it because it's saying you're starting a new search. So that's the complete training for kind of a level 1 look. There are many other things that this tool does in terms of the search criteria, but visit us on YesData.com to view more videos and how-tos, and also our frequently asked questions. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye-bye.